I'm running across so many videos out there these days that are talking about how to stand up to narcissists or how to see manipulation when it's happening and how to stick up for yourself and what to do to keep those toxic people out of your life. And it all sounds so good. It all sounds so enticing that you're going to have these formulas and be able to do X, Y, and Z. And I just want to make sure that we're taking care of the root causes, the reasons why we are turning ourselves into a pretzel when we are paired up with a shame-driven person, a person that appears to be narcissistic, or that diagnosis is around there a lot. There's a lot of shades of things going on here. And sometimes what we're doing by making the other person appear to be the enemy is just hurting ourselves. Ultimately, empowering ourselves means we get to a place where we are in such solidarity with ourselves, where we take care of those parts of ourselves that are being beat up from within our own minds, and we end up not having these same kinds of relationships with other people. I see it all the time in relationships where it appears someone is with somebody abusive or manipulative or narcissistic or toxic, and yet when they use the reflection of that in a way that is so compassionate to themselves and to the other, to find out how the whole thing is an inside job that we are doing to ourselves and the other in that specific moment, exactly what we thought was being done to us. Now, I know that's hard to hear, especially if you are in the presence of an abuser or someone who is gaslighting you, and yet there are subtle ways where you will be able to, without blame or shame, find what's going on inside yourself that sets up those dynamics. Not that you attracted that kind of a person to you, but that there really is this culture inside you that has it appear, because of the projections, the lens you're looking through, that another is your persecutor, when in fact you can use them as your kind teacher. And as you evolve yourself, they change too, or you leave, or they leave. It gets very clear. It gets just crystal. People can't stay in that system with the dynamics being the same anymore when you're able to heal up those parts of you, heal up that inner critic that is sort of seeing everyone else's behavior through the lens of this cup of self-criticism that's already full, or this portrayal of yourself as the victim and them as your persecutor. And I know I sound like I'm oversimplifying it, and yet when we talk about those videos out there that talk about just, they make it just sound like you're going to get to this other side in a way that we're going to take care of ourselves. And it does happen. It does happen in this symmetry work we do, where you find that whatever is upsetting you, whatever appears to be persecution, whatever appears to be blaming or shaming you, is absolutely holding your path to peace. And it's not rocket science, and it's not magic, and it doesn't take a lot of belief. It has to do with really neutralizing the thinking that's creating that, seeing through those original fallacies in just such an efficient way. And it ends up with this place of coming home to yourself, of self-solidarity, of the being able to stand with, by, and for yourself. And that's not against anyone else. It really is between you and you. And once you're getting that, once you have that self-contained way of being, all your relationships change. People don't want the responsibility of taking care of you, and in some ways we will continue to attract, or it will appear that we're attracting that gaslighting or that blaming or that shaming or that manipulation, and yet it's almost like life is going to keep showing up that way until we get those parts for ourselves. So we can use exactly what others are doing. We can harvest the way we're experiencing it, the way we're thinking about it, the way we're reacting in our bodies to it, the way we're behaving back to them, and what it is we want from them, what it is we feel we need from them, how we need for them to change, what we want them to do, all our descriptions of them, all of it is all put together in finding the symmetry and using it to evolve yourself, which evolves the relationship. It's phenomenal, and I can't teach it all to you here, but it is set up in a lot of these videos. If you stay with it, if you want to come in to one of our groups, give me a call, work through some of the digital courses, whatever it is, there is a system and it'll get you there, and it doesn't portray others as the enemy or the bad guy. You start to become really connected no matter what, and you do not need to stay in the presence of abuse either. So hang in there and reach out to me. We've got this. We've got this. Take care.